Hello, this is Jay Mitchell. We're back with another episode of Libertarian Censor Podcast. First, we have House Freedom Caucus faces an internal purge push from Politico by Ninja Lover, and I think I guess uh, I think people should be able to form a caucus whoever they want, but I think the Freedom Caucus has some good people in it. Some people I disagree with, some people I agree with, but I think the thing is that if it should be able to have whatever membership it wants as long as the members agree, and if they don't like it, they can leave. My thing is that I think we should have. I'm personally against forced collectivism. I don't think people should be forced to collectivize if they don't like it, but I'm for collectivism if it's optional. So that's my thoughts there. I'm yeah. Then we have Republican pundit Munder uses whoever Jews secretly destroyed Ocean Gate sub to keep people finding out Jews sunk Titanic. From boingboing.net by Ninja Lover, and I think that's just that's you have a lot of those crazies out there, but uh yeah, I think this is a just someone being silly, and sometimes people are silly like that. Yeah. It's like, the Democrat in the House of Representatives who said, oh, Guam might flip over if there's too many votes there. Then we have Kristen Sinema, after taking airline cash, reduced pilot training from the Intercept.com by Ninja Lover. And I definitely would agree, she might be kind of corrupt, but, I think they're all corrupt. They all take money from lobbyists and all that, and I think they only go after Kristen Sinema because she votes the wrong way. And even though they say, oh, we support LGBTQ people, and she identifies as bisexual, and I think that's just to show you that that a lot of people are hypocritical when it comes to uh, stuff like politics. I would say. Then we have nation's first elected transgender state representative arrested on child porn charges from the police, and that's from Daily Wire. And I posted that. I said, you know, um, normally we see the opposite. Them going after conservatives and Christians for being child predators. But here I think I posted something that's more against the narrative, because I like posting something that goes against the narrative and pissing people off sometimes. Because it's good to piss people off sometimes. I would say, because make them think and make them challenge them in their beliefs. I think I think I said you really do have bad faith actors on all sides of the political spectrum, and there are no solutions. People are fucked up and bad things happen. Sometimes you just have to cope. And the thing is that people are saying, oh, all the pedophiles are there's just one. Well, the 500 plus conservatives. And the thing is that you obviously are searching and remembering one category is more than the other one. So the thing is that you know they don't call a child out for posting all the Christians and conservatives. So the thing is that it just goes to show you that most people are hypocritical when it comes to politics, like I was saying earlier. Then we have it's time to stop admitting students on skin color from StanfordReview.org from Ruin My Circle. Wait, no, it's two. The rumors were true. The rumors are true. The founder of Black Lives Matter at Mod Story 999 was arrested during a private webinar of my membership. He was walking around North Philly while answering questions. That means I have the video, which shows him being engaged in perfectly peaceful activities, from Tom Woods on Twitter, and I posted that. I said, regardless of your faults, we shouldn't be justifying having the police arrest people for simply possessing a firearm. And the law is simply whatever those who enforce it want it to be. And Willpower said, "Oh, Maj, the guy that threatened violence." I said, "Jordan Neely threatened violence and became pariah when he was killed. What could be different here? I wonder." I know it's because Maj did stuff that goes against the official DNC narrative, and whereas Neely didn't. That's the fault there. So, I think we shouldn't be justifying authoritarianism on anyone, but some people here will justify authoritarianism when people think you say the wrong things or go against the official DNC narrative. That's my thoughts there. You know, they love a good authoritarianism when it has a D next to its name. We have, as an autistic person, I really wish you could go back to the old rainbow flag. It's trying to rope way too much now, and that's my, I tweeted that, and I also posted that, and I was, for my response to Valentina Vichetti on Twitter with the new autistic pride flag, with the, and I said it's just, you know, it's too busy, it's, you know, too busy, you know, it's just, they're just adding too much to what I think, and I think, you know, if people want to make flags like this, they should be able to. I think, you know, people really just miss the old rainbow pride flag, and people are just trying to rope too much into it these days, and that's just kind of tiring people out. You know, it's you know, it's never enough. You know, it's just getting too busy, and it's kind of, you know, just overstimulating to a lot to people, just people like me. You know. Then we have It's Time to Stop Admitting Students on Skin Color from StanfordReview.org from Remove My Circle Jerk. And I would agree there, you know. I'd agree. You know, I definitely think we should get rid of affirmative action. Looks like that days are numbered. You know, it's affirmative action, that's good discrimination, but you shouldn't have discrimination even if it's just good discrimination, despite what the left may tell you. Wagner mercenary boss faces arrest over incitement to armed rebellion from the Washington Post. Ninja Lover. And yeah, that's something that happened. Prigozhin kind of had a march to Moscow to overthrow Putin, but then that ended up happening. So we'll see how that played out. I wonder why he did it. Maybe it's because it deflects his power against Putin, showing him he's the one who has the real power over Putin. But we'll see how it goes. You need to go to Chuckle Day, and it's from Ninja Lover, and that's a tweet from Jordan Peterson. And Jordan Peterson tweeted, "Dear Elon Musk, I cannot understand how this can possibly be. I'm missing something." It says no new followers in June. You know, that's the. I think that's, you know, people are going to follow people like Jordan Peterson or Elon or Ben Shapiro. So I think that's just people are saying, "Oh, we aren't getting new followers," because I think it's just an algorithm thing. Because, you know, they're popular, probably get at least a few new followers a month, even if there might just be bots at the very least. Bro, big things going on in Russia. Wagner chief to be charged for inciting armed rebellion from jurist.org from Sirleaf. And yeah, that didn't pan out. We'll see if he's still charged. Should Trump's trial be televised? I think he meant by Donald Keene. I think that meant trial. So I'll say that. So I voted yes, or I think I voted yes. I think what's the total here? Oh. It's 22 yes to 6 no. So yeah, I think it should be televised, I would say, yeah. I think, you know, I'm sure he would love the attention, and the Dems would love to use this propaganda. Really a win for both sides there. And, you know, the legal process is biased, just like everything else. That's why I'd say they use it as propaganda. You know, I do think Trump should probably be in prison, but I think they should all be in prison. They're just going after Trump, you know, not going after anyone else, not going after Biden or Obama. And I think that's important to remember. U.S. Senate proposes the radioactive contamination of NATO territory caused by Russia can be considered as attack on alliance, from YahooNews.com by Whittling Dan. And I said, some people might need this thread, it looks like, and that was the thread to have how to resist the draft from a few months ago I posted. And the thing is that, you know, I think this is just the U.S. wants war with Russia, it seems. And they're just trying. I'm surprised they're not at war yet. They're just trying to find some justification. This is going to be a justification they might use. It looks like. Florida judge strikes down state's egregious anti-drag law from NewRepublic.com by Clorox, and I definitely think, you know, I'd agree that's free expression. You know, I don't think you should be having sex or masturbating in public either, but I think that's free expression as well, I would say. So I guess, you know, that's you know, to each their own, you know, but I definitely don't think, you know, we should be justifying sending our kids to these very sexualized drag shows. But, you know, you do, if you want to send your kid to a gay strip club, you know, do that. You know, I guess the narrative will probably be on your side soon enough at this point. Is this a coup? What is Prigozhin doing in Russia? from bbc.co.uk from ZL5563. And I think it kind of was a coup, but looks like it's stopped now. Looks like he's going down. I wonder if they'll off him or soon or what. Let's see. You're fixing to ride the lightning, son. Fried Kage, blah blah blah, and that is a post from TikTok cringe, and yeah, really curious about TikTok, but we'll see. Army Lieutenant Pepper Spray Virginia track stop receives free $685 in damages. And I think they should be, if you're pepper sprayed by the police, even if you work for the army, and yeah, I think you should be if you are wrongfully beat up by the police. I would say I think that'd be good. Wagner boss says he's en route to Moscow and ready to dive 25,000 fighters from the dailybeast.com by Clorox. So yeah, we talked about this and we already, and yeah. And then we have IDubbbz versus U1 Head versus responsibility from Joseph Buckley, and I posted that. And I said, I definitely see personal responsibility as being something that is on the decline these days. People have always had problems with it, but I don't think it's ever been easier for people to deflect than ever before. And it's why you see social media full of people who play the victim at every possible opportunity and never admit that they're in the wrong. And I think, yeah. And I said, IDubbbz wasn't Hitler, he was an edgy internet comedian. I hate when folks like him and H3 suddenly go against what made them famous, become the moral guardians that they used to rail against. You truly do either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Wagner chief says he has ordered Russian mercenaries to halt march on Moscow and return to Ukraine from AP, and I posted that. I said, must have been a scary day for Putin. I think he'll be much more likely to use nukes now since he knows his allies like Prigozhin might turn on him at any moment. That's my thoughts there. Jimmy, what's both sides to this? And that's from Baton13. That's a tweet from Brian MD. No birth control, no abortions, no assistance for mothers, no food system for babies, no healthcare for expecting mothers, no healthcare for babies. 11 we got there, Republicans. That's from Brian MD. And yeah, so I said all those things aren't free. You know that, right? Someone has to pay for them, and people might not want to pay taxpayer dollars for those, especially if they believe abortion is murder. I personally would support paying it, but I don't think we should force people to pay for things with their taxpayers dollars if they don't want to. That's why I think we should rework our whole system of taxation. If people want to pay for something, they should be able to. I don't think they should be forced to pay for anything if they don't want to. School choice programs don't hurt test scores at public schools, says study from readline.com by Ruin My Circle Jerk. And that is, I'd agree, yeah. Marco Rubio, if in fact Wagner is standing down, is likely because Army Chief of Staff General Gerasimov and Defense Minister Shoigu are being replaced by officials loyal to Prigozhin, and that would make him the most powerful man in Russia now, from Twitter.com by Clorox. I think, that could be the case. I think, Prigozhin might be the one with the real power here, and he was, and the potential coup attempt might have been his attempt to flex that power. An example of moderate, authoritarian, liberal capitalist newspeak. Nearly 1 in 5 workers are allowed quitting at their jobs, new Gallup poll says, and it's way more extreme than quiet quitting, from Business.com by Chi-Town20. And, I think if people want to quit their jobs, they should be able to. If they want to allow quit or quiet quit, that should be on them. Corporal punishment banned at Louisiana schools without parental consent, from Donald Key by Lilium Illuminator, Louisiana Illuminator. And yeah, I think I think that's a good thing. I think if there's parental consent, I think there should be. I think they should be able to do corporal punishment if there's parental consent. But you could make the argument that violates NAP as well. So that's my fault there. Woman afraid of Mexico kidnapping fatally shoots Texas Uber driver, police, from HuffPost.com by Ninja Lover. That's the thing is, some people will do irrational things sometimes, and sometimes you just have to live with it and cope. Capitalism makes strong comeback year after 6 days because of socialism won't last, from MiamiHerald.com by Ninja Lover, and I don't think it will last, but That might just be me being pessimistic. I'm usually pretty pessimistic, I would say. Then we have activists now, the power to spike scientific research, like from National Review, and I posted that, and I said, just goes to show you that science is not the infallible gospel some people hold it up to be. It's subject to social backlash and peer pressure as well. And yeah, and I think we're gonna wrap up there. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.